Now to the Supreme Court decision today that states can't keep former President Trump off of ballots. Well, it comes just in time for the biggest day in presidential primaries, Super Tuesday tomorrow. That includes Colorado. Here with more is CNN's Julia Benbrook.
On the eve of Super Tuesday, the Supreme Court ruled that former President Donald Trump should remain on the ballot in Colorado. The decision follows months of debate over whether the Republican frontrunner violated the insurrectionist clause included in the 14th Amendment.
It was a very important decision. We're very well crafted, and I think it will go a long way toward bringing our country together, which our country needs.
The court was unanimous on the idea that Trump could not be unilaterally removed from the state's ballot, a massive win for the former president. The decision comes as his last major primary opponent, Nikki Haley, who vowed to stay in the race at least through Super Tuesday, faces a make-or-break moment.
We do have a country to save. So this is where you get to work. We need to make sure we go out in force on Tuesday.
Haley secured her first primary win this week in Washington, D.C. But some GOP strategists say Tuesday's race could be the final contest in her 2024 run.
There's just no path forward for Nikki Haley. She's a former governor. She had foreign policy chops. She had all of the resume and the presentation that should have done well, but she didn't.
More than 1/3 of the total delegates in both the Democratic and Republican presidential primaries are up for grabs on Tuesday. Reporting in Los Angeles, I'm Julia Benbrook.
The former CFO of the Trump Organization pleaded guilty to perjury charges today. Allen Weisselberg surrendered to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office this morning. The charges are connected to testimony he gave during former President Trump's civil fraud trial. This is Weisselberg's second guilty plea. In 2022, he pleaded guilty to multiple tax fraud charges in a 15-year tax fraud scheme at the Trump Organization. He was released from jail after a few months with time off for good behavior.